Oh, good morning, guys. We're going to do an early morning C1 build. I've been Jones and I was talking to Pedro and tell him how I've been wanting to work on it, but I want to keep it all online, so it's kind of, anti. For some of you guys that don't know, I work in the grocery DC. I work in a grocery DC. So this time of year, you have all the stuff for the summer. You have all the stuff for 4th of July. There's just a lot of stuff going on, so I haven't had much time. So I wanted to spend some time today and work on this. Let's not forget that today's show is being sponsored by SkilledWorld.net, the C1 model company, and the build itself is for SkilledWorld.net. Don't forget, you guys can come here, check out other builds. You can check out people's stuff from around the community, and you can even submit your own stuff for other people's viewing pleasure. You Good morning, Styrene. Good morning, Josh. Don't also forget that Chip and Lisa over there at ExtremeScaleDetail.com. You guys can go over there and get all your modeling aftermarket needs, from photo etch to different resin parts. You guys will see me use a lot of products from Chip and Lisa, like my ProTech hoses and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, sorry, Twisted. Don't forget to go visit my friends over. Don't forget to go visit my friends over at International Scale Modeler, both on the web and on Facebook. This group of guys, like I've mentioned before, make you feel like family. They build everything from cars, like what you see me do a lot on my channel, to military, airplanes, figures, Gundams, Warhammer stuff. Just go over there and check it out. The array of builders there is just phenomenal. What's up, Jeff? Is just phenomenal, guys. Go over there and check them out. And then don't forget Ultimate, the UMP Ultimate Modeling Products. Let me focus that in there. They got a lot of your model builder supply stuff. Go over there and check that out. Here's just a triple pack of sanders. You guys see that, I use all their sanders. They got a line of stuff from these sanders, scribers, photo etch pickup pencils, washes, tapes. Just go over there. You've seen the Thursday Tech Tip, how we use their form card to make drills and whatnot. So don't forget, guys, these are people that support me over here on Mr. Mini Dreams. A shout out to Scared Pistons Car Club. They sent me a decal. My buddy Tom Jackson is a big member of Scared Pistons. He also runs a YouTube channel, Woods. So you guys have to. I'll get his YouTube channel written down. He don't post as often as I do, but he is a big supporter of the community. Good friend to me over here at the Mr. Mini Dream shop. We share stories. We share history of us in the hobby. We share projects between each other, and just an all-around great guy. And then don't forget my buddy Brett over at High Altitude Scaled Modeling. Go check out Brett. He does some kit reviews, but he's very informational. Last week he did a series of using bare metal foil versus the kind of foil that I choose to use over here on my bench. And he has a couple of rust tutorial videos for vehicles, and then stuff like that. So he has a lot of information he could share with both the aircraft guys, military guys, and us automotive builders. And it is great also to test your guys, to test yourselves. My next venture is going to be these little spiders. And then I've been working on my little goblins. I got these little goblins, and this dude here, his head just reminded me of Yoda. So I painted him Yoda color, like this was Yoda before he became all righteous and full of knowledge for the Star Wars movies. So go over there and check out High Altitude Scale Modeling. He has great information and great encouragement. And then one last thing before I start building. Guys, this is a great big community. You don't see a whole lot of people post videos. But you do see a whole lot of people commenting. You see a whole lot of people, taking part in the community. And we'd have to be ignorant to believe everyone gets along with each other. I choose as myself, I judge each individual on the actions that you guys show towards me. I can't take in judgment on what happened between you and another member of the community. So, I know we all have different point of views, and I can't please everybody. I know everybody's not pleased with me and my channel. And that's the power that we have given in front of us, that we can pick and choose who we follow and who we build friendships with. But I try to judge each one of you on the actions that you guys showed to me, instead of, well, I heard you did this, so I'm not going to have you about in my circle. I don't play favorites. Like I said, I'll judge you based on how you treat me. So with that said, we have a person in the community that wants to leave comments. You guys can choose to react the way you guys choose to react. I know who I am. I don't need somebody to define who I am. And, I try to have fun with it. And I posted those comments up on Facebook, and little Joe had expressed that he's getting the same kind of treatment from this said individual. But I like to have fun with it. I can't change who I am, so I can't change who other people are either. That would be hypocritical if I wanted you to be somebody different, but yet I can't change myself. You know what I mean? So here's what I want to do for a little bit, guys. I've been jonesing to get back on the C1 build for ScaledWorld.net. And I was telling Pedro that now that I got the engine bay and stuff kind of somewhat figured out, I want to put some color on here. And it's just been bothering me. So today might be a little boring. I'll try to answer some questions as I go along. But you see how we got the firewall built. And once we get a master cylinder in there, and, I think I'm going to relocate. First, I got to do the hinging and see where the hinging is going to go. And then we'll see about locating. I think I'll put a battery up over here. We are leaving this right-hand drive. So the brake booster and stuff will be over here on this side. Like I said, we did the radiator cut. We did the radiator cut last week. We built, I don't think we worked on this at all last week. I should say the last video. We did this inner fender stuff. You see how we rebuilt all that up there. And then we built this. With the way C1 makes this, we're going to use this as the core support. And we'll just put a little bar in between there to do that. And then, now, where was I going? Let's get some color on this. Now, you guys seen I had washed this. Get all this stuff here out. I had washed this last time. And this right here is a resin copy of the 2010 GTR. Shout outs to Vision 124 and George Ramos for lending me the kit to replicate this motor for. You know, it's great having great friends like that in the hobby. I see some stuff, you know, we built this quick to get the fit in there. So let's try to do some cleanup. Let's see, my buddy, hello Model Master. I'm just want to give a shout out to the guys that are in here now. We have Josh from Raised Dam Designs, and Josh is another great friend, guys, that we started doing figures and stuff at about the same time. Josh, this is the new Whiz Kids. These are supposed to be gargoyles, but I'm changing them over. Here's one I've done already, Josh. I already did this one here. Let's see, focus. Yeah, there it goes. I already did this one here, Josh. Now, Josh is doing some figures here of late. You know, he changed his hobby direction just a little bit. And it's fun, you know, to see each other. He saw me doing some figures, following some other channels, and then he jumped in on them too, and he's enjoying that. Then we got Styrene Monkey. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Then you got Twisted Sniper. Guys, go sub Twisted Sniper's channel. He don't post as often as me, but he's very good at what he does when he does get to post. And then he has his regular talk videos. You know, he'll talk. Then Mr. Pedro was with us this morning. Hello, Pete. Jeff, a local guy close to me. Guys, Jeff don't post on YouTube videos, but for this gentleman here is he was in a terrible accident when he was a teenager. Instead of giving up on life, he works through what he's dealt, and pretty good friend, nice modeler, and good supporter of the community. So thanks for joining me this morning, Jeff. You're up early though, buddy. And then Dave was here. Minnie, what grits do you use to wet sand, and what order on the sandpaper? Jeff, first off, Jeff, I hope your dad's doing better. Jeff's dad is battling cancer, guys. I picked this up, Jeff. And you can get this at Hobby Lobby right up there right up the road from you, bud. This is what I use. And this is from Hobby Lobby. It's like $8, buddy. And it comes with the sandpaper, 320, 400. But because I use an automotive clear, Jeff, I start with 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, 12,000, and don't just stay in one direction. Like, just don't wet sand like this. You want to go back and forth. You don't want to put a pattern in there, bud. You want to go back and forth. And stay away from your edges. Like, if this was your paint job right here, just take your sandpaper and go like this. Don't try to roll the edges, because you'll take off too much. And then it's just alpha abrasive. And you can get this at Hobby Lobby, Jeff. And then do it just like it says, just in the series it says. 320 would be during body work. 400, 600, and 1,000 I would do in your primer stages. And then the 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, 12,000 I would do on your clear coat, bud. Alright, what else do we got up there? Oh, saltwater. How you doing, buddy? Now you guys go over there and check out some saltwater stuff. He does have videos up on YouTube. He built a couple dioramas last year, maybe the year before. Really good looking stuff. Hello, Mr. Blackberry. Terry's with us this morning. Oh, Blackerby. I always call him Blackberry for some reason. And then Model Master. Oh, yep. There's Dish. Hey, Dish. Did you see in the Google Play Store they have the Trailer Park Boys now as a game for your phone? And then there's Third Gear. Hello, Third Gear. Hope you're doing well too. So let's get into this motor this morning, guys. Right now, I'm just making sure everything's nice and even. Hello, Jason. Man, what time is it there, buddy? It's almost 8 a.m. here. If you guys don't know, Jason is down in Australia. And that's one thing I like about the Facebook and YouTube modeling community. What used to keep us separated, out of touch, because back in the day, growing up, you can only contact people by telephone. If you wanted to talk and see what their day to day was, other than you could send them postals, you can send them letters, and and then with the way the internet is and the way the community is now, I can talk like Pete over there at scaledworld.net. They're an hour ahead of us, so it's almost 9 a.m. for him. And then I got a friend in Hawaii who is 5 hours behind us, and then we got Paul Bretland, who's over there in the UK, where they're 7 hours ahead of us. So it's just like everything is flip flop. Like you guys have seen Gee pop in here, and when Gee pops in here, we're 7 hours behind Gee and them. So, but it's neat that at one time we can all get together and conversate. Has anybody else been stricken by the bombardment of spazzed out zombie? Yeah, because you're Dish. You should be in the Central Time Zone like I am, bud. Young Model Master and Young Model Master James Schultz and Kickin' Wing, which is Skylar Joella. They just had like a little hangout on Saturday when I was at work, and I noticed that and little Joe from Back Bay Scale Customs, he was talking about the conversations and emails and stuff from and then I chimed in. I posted up on Facebook the conversation I had had. Somebody says they think it's a girl, and you got to have fun with it sometimes. Yeah, Jay. All right, Pedro. All I was doing right now, buddy, is just cleaning up the resin, making it all even before I put some color on it. All I really want to do, guys, is primer this, and then I'll make some moves on to where I want the exhaust, and how I do the plug wires and everything. With this just being the raw resin, I just gonna base it in a primer to give me a better chord on what I'm looking at. Today the primer we're going to use is we're going to use the Stynylrez primer, guys. It's by Badger. You can get this straight from Badger if you guys wanted to, or UMP. When you make a UMP order, you can buy this also for UMP. It will have a UMP label. I just have the Stynylrez label. I won the 6-pack of this during the 48-hour marathon that UMP and that I should say that ISM and the Styrene Syndicate were having a year or so ago. The Badger in the Woods dish will give you rabies, but not primer. But you could use the reactions of the rabies to get some time off work, so you can actually go to Badger, order this, and use it while you're recovering from your rabies infection. So either way, the Badger will help you. And like you said, you could airbrush this primer on, but I use I can brush it on too. All my airbrush equipment is out in the garage, and it'd be a little loud. Here in the States, a woman that is always harassing a man, um, we don't call her, we don't call him a badger. Um, it does begin with a B, but it's not a badger. Yeah, it's all right, shot. We're just doing a little bit of chatting this morning. I've been jonesing to get primer on this little motor, and like I said, I'm trying to dedicate this build to being all on camera, so I didn't want to work on it without going on video. So nothing really special happening this morning. I'm just putting some primer on it. The reason why I put the primer on it now is because it is raw resin, and you can see the details coming out. Once you put a stage of color on it, you can start seeing everything come out. And then once I have everything lit and brightened up with the color, I'll go back in there, drill my holes for my plug wires, see where I want to set the exhaust up at, and it's starting giving me, instead of just a block, I can actually start seeing the dimensions and stuff. Like I'll probably take a black, I'll probably leave the block a grayish color. I'll put maybe a gunmetal silver on it. I don't want it too dark, I don't want it too bright. And then I'll probably do this valley channel here black. That way you can see, you'll be able to get a good reflection of it once you go up underneath. My camera is not focusing very well today at all. Try to keep it down here, it stays in focus. I have a set of decals coming, guys, from Stanced 124. His name is Brian. He's from Facebook. He is sending me some decals. Once I get the decals in, I'm going to look at them, check them out, and then we'll share the information with you guys on how to contact Brian to get some decals. But he's on Facebook. Not on YouTube, but he's on Facebook. He does some resin products, and he does some decaling. So I made a deal with him this week. I'm going to get some decals in, and we'll let you guys know how those go. Now, if you don't know what Stanced is, guys, it's basically new age cars. or I should say, well, you can do it at any year or make or model, I should say, but it's directed towards the slam to the ground cars with the nice wheels. Usually, they're flush with the body, or they poke out just a tad, you know, and oh, I'm off camera. But see, now you can see the motor actually taking a little bit more shape. And this is a great primer. You guys seen, you know, I just brushed that on there, and it's self-leveling. You're not going to get no brush strokes. Right there you see the brush strokes. It's wet. On that one there, it's dry. You really don't see them. Really good primer. Like I said, I just put a few drops on my paint palette. I got this idea on using the mirror from Hobbyman Mike over there off the Amigos page on Facebook. Mike shares a lot sometimes when he's not possessed by his work schedule. Working for an airport, Mike's usually pretty busy, but when he gets out there, he shares some stuff. And there's some great builders over there on the Amigo page, guys. If you're not on the Facebook Amigo page, one of the best aircraft builders. You know, if you guys don't know who Plasmo is, you guys got to check out his. He's a great builder for detail. But over there on the Amigos page, you got Freddie Duarte. Man, this guy can build some awesome aircrafts, and the amount of detail that he puts in them is beyond belief sometimes. Just putting a second coat primer on there. Like I say, guys, not much happening today, but you know, I promise to keep this a build where I'll let you guys watch me build it. So I went to get on camera while I was doing this, because I told Pedro that as soon as I try to do something offline, the next thing you know, I'll have it built. So I kind of wanted, you know, to stay true to what I'm doing. I know I'm not saying Tom's last name right, but Tom over there at the Skilled Modeler, you guys need to go check out him if you enjoy these build series like this. Tom does his in time-lapse videos, but he builds everything. Right now he's working on the new AMT Camaro. It's looking really good. He does basically enhanced box stock, guys, but the way he's showing you some tips on painting and detailing is great knowledge. So go over there and check out his channel. And he has a web store. I believe he's from Holland, so I don't know if some of his stuff will ship, you know, worldwide. That's something you would have to contact with him. But his channel is in good English, and very understandable. He's very informative, guys. Even though it looks like he's just building, like I said, like it looks like he's just building box stock, he is very informative. And then this right here, if you guys have never seen this, maybe I'll do this for Tech Thursday one day. I seen everybody over at ISM when they was building, when they would build on their Tuesday live show, have something like this. And basically all I did is took a bunch of cardboard, cut it into 3-inch wide pieces, and then you used a corrugated stuff to hold parts in. You know, that's a pretty great parts holder. It just don't fit on camera, so I can't use it to paint when I'm working on camera. So I got that there. Then let's detail this right here. Now I already know this upper planium is going to go. We'll probably do some silvers in here on these inlets, and then probably these outsides will be probably gunmetal. And I kind of want to leave just this part, just this tubing part here. Probably just leave that tubing part there, the aluminum look. So now with the Stynylrez and UMP primers, there's 6 colors now, all the way up into, they even have a gloss primer. I don't know how that is going to work, but Sam McCoy from IMS, he is going to work. He's building a NASCAR pickup truck right now. So he was going to primer the front end of his and then do some stuff on top. So I was going to see, well, now, the reason why I don't use styrofoam is because a lot of the paints that I use for the bodies and stuff are urethane paints. You know, I use a lot of, all my cars are painted with real automotive paint, guys. This is the yellow that I used on the little Mazda RX-2 that we put on for Scaled World last year. If you guys don't know what the RX-2 is, you guys need to go back through some of the videos, and it's a little resin body car that I built for Scaled World last year. So all my stuff that I paint is either DuPont, American Finishes, Matrix, you know, stuff like that. So this right here is very harsh, and it melts the styrofoam. So I need a parts holder that can withstand the colors and stuff. My paint stands, guys, are blocks of foam from like a corner of a hood when you'd get a hood, and I just put painter's paper over it because it will still react to that, you know. Yeah, foam. What on the movie Sour Grapes with Ben Stiller and Jack Black? What did they create? Was that Flum? They created something, and it sounded something like that. Dish likes to give me hell, guys. Don't. You know, I watch the videos back sometimes, guys, just to see, you know, what I covered. I know sometimes I miss some questions, and later on in the day, maybe somebody couldn't catch the feed, so they come back and, you know, they leave their questions or whatnot, and then when you come to YouTube to look at your questions, so that way I can reply to you guys, it plays the videos back. So sometimes I'm watching the video, and then, you know, I can, you know, hear that I'm talking back and forth with you guys. I've seen some videos where people go live and then they just sit here and talk to themselves. What would you guys prefer, my interaction, or would you rather me just sit here and build and not talk? I don't like the fact. Okay, I got you, Dish. And then see, now that I painted that, you guys can't see all the aluminum I added to build the introduction. Oh, hey, what's up, Skylar? Well, you have a disability, Skylar. Don't forget. Without your helmet on, your mind likes to broaden, and so you ramble a little bit. But it's okay. I understand. I used to have to wear my helmet too, and then my ego got so big that my helmet won't fit no more. Hello, Pappy. Hope you had your coffee this morning, and you get it, Jay. I know you would get the comment. And like I said, guys, it's a great primer. This right here is dry now, and you can see, you guys watch me brush stroke it, and there's no brush strokes in it. It is self-leveling. Um, Guys, if you're not joined to Fred Henry yet, sub to Fred Henry yet, go over there, over his little icon right there. Click on that Chevy pickup truck. Um, Sub his channel. He gets some great. He gets some great. Um, just a great big community update. Oh, I haven't got to see the results yet. Don't run it for me, third gear. I haven't watched that video yet. Like I said, I have been so busy, um, guys. Like I said, with the little bit of the holiday that 4th of July was, we're just now getting caught up. I'm lucky to say that I'm in a business that's not dying out anytime soon, which is great, because we all eat. But I work for a large grocery DC that stocks all your guys' Walmarts, from Texas to South Dakota, all the way to the middle parts of Kentucky to Colorado. So this time of year, people are on vacations, and then you get 4th of July. So, you got the paper goods going out like crazy. You got kids home from school, so there's cereals, all the snacks that kids like to eat going out crazy. I think this weekend alone, um, I shipped 44,000 boxes of Cheez-Its, just of Cheez-Its. You know what I mean? So you can tell when the kids are home from school. Yeah, I'll watch it I'll watch it here in a little bit. I have an appointment I go to on Wednesdays and Fridays, and once I sit in that chair, I'm hooked up to machine for an hour. So I'll catch the video here in a little bit. Um, so okay, go ahead, Skylar. What's your question? Skylar said he has a question. If you guys notice back in my background, I got rid of all my Testors enamel paints. And I've been using the Vallejo, maybe the last year and a half, maybe 2 years. Scaled World and I got together. We made several purchases through the internet and stuff, and we've accumulated some products that we both enjoy to use. My paint is well, I wish you will. Yeah, guys, with that being said, with what Dish just said, um, I probably won't have no live feeds, even the Thursday tech tips, um, for 3 weeks in September. I have some obligations that I'll attend to through the month of September that is going to leave me very, very little time. I won't even be home with my family for 3 weeks, so that gives me no time to do it. I'll be away. Okay, do they work thin down with a little bit of water? I've been toying with the Vallejo, but I constantly get brush marks in the finished product. I have tried to run a wet brush over to smooth it out, but it still can't get a good finish. All right, now, Skylar, let me show you this. Here, I'm going to show you raw versus primered. Where's my tweezers? Let me get this out. All right, now I already know I already told you guys I'm going to do this channel black, you know, to give it the depth. I'm going to grab my black. All right, because Skylar has a question. All right. Now, by the way, I hand built that rack and everything to suit my needs. You can see it keeps my primers there. My late friend Blair Pletcher, there's all the colors he would use to do his weathering. And then I made all my paint. You know, I made all the paint stand, and then my knives and my miter box, and you can see all the other stuff. And you guys can see I don't do a shop card shout out, but there's all the shop cards that I've picked, you know, that you guys have sent and shared to me. I just Pappy does on Pappy's Workbench Wednesday. He does a lot of the shout outs for the shop cards. I'll leave that to Pappy. But there's a lot of great guys in the community that have shared over here. I just, you know what I mean. Hope you guys understand. I don't have as much room. I need to do what Pappy does and then get like a cork board or something and then make me a bigger board, but I'm limited for the space down here. Skylar, you can see I just took the lid off. I always wipe off the top just to make sure I don't get no chunk or nothing in there. And then I just do a few drops like that. Now what I've done is I use distilled water, not regular water. You can get the distilled water like this, guys. It's just a good distilled water. I just get distilled water, and let me get a brush. I'm just going to use this brush. I know Gilbert, when I watch Gilbert's videos, he's always showing you guys what brush. No, I haven't thinned this yet. I just take this like this, and then it will still do its job. And it's supposed to be self-leveling. So, Skylar, I can't see. Oh my God, you guys want to know something weird? I just said my late friend Blair Pletcher. And then if you guys can hear the phone go off. Oh man, I just had a Facebook update saying that today would have been Blair's birthday. So it's amazing how that works, you know what I mean? And then you can see there's no brush strokes even with it straight out of the bottle like that. But you can always, you can always add just a bit of, just a drop, Skylar, like that. Just add a drop of the distilled water and then mix it in. You know, it makes it really thin, but it should be self-leveling. And see, like that right there, and that's what the, this right here was non-thin, and that's thin with distilled water. It made it thinner, and then it filled right in there. Yeah, like Pappy just said, I prefer to prime everything. I just prefer to prime everything. It's something that I've gotten used to and accustomed to. in my working style. Like I said, we all have our own style, Skylar. Um, there's nothing ever wrong with asking questions. And then, like I've said before, guys, don't just take my word on it. Ask around, because I'm trying to share with you guys. Your brush could be part of the problem. Skylar, I'm going to show you this. Back there is my brush holder. Oops, way too far. Right there is my brush holder. And you can see that I have all different style of brushes, different sizes. You can see I still have brand new brushes out there. If your brush is starting to look like this, it's time to get a new brush. And Skylar, don't you work for Hobby Lobby? Because these brushes I use come from Hobby Lobby over in the model car section. They're the black labeled. They're the black label hobby brushes. A pack of 5 for $4. You know, and they're different sizes, and you can see come on, focus, you piece of shit. And you can see the difference. Well, of course, this one here's got paint on it too, but. Yeah, I used to have a can. I used to have a can dish, and but as I grew, I wanted stuff. I see these people with Hobby Zone displays and stuff, and man, they look beautiful. And then following the guys over at ISM, and you see the way some of their benches are set up. Like Paul, Paul Britlin, if this was his hobby room. This was his hobby room, and this is his hobby wall at his desk. He's full of paint all the way up, all the way down and around, and it looks so much. It's just eye appealing to see something. Not even if it's organized, just display to where you could see, because. Some of the stuff I used to just keep in a drawer, and you wouldn't even know I had anything. And to me, this is art also. You know, what I mean? I like the surroundings. What was that, Skylar? Well, Hobby Lobby has some great, like these brushes come from Hobby Lobby. I really enjoy them. There's 5 sizes in there for $4, Skylar. And like I said, see, now here was the unthinned, Skylar. Here was the unthinned. And see how much quicker it dried? And it's actually a lot flatter than when you added the distilled water to it. Later, Pappy. Hey, what's up, Jamie? How you doing, bud? Be careful on the road, brother. Yeah, I'm good. But see, once I do this channel in here black like this, now I'm just touching some spots up, guys. Um, I was going to leave these channels a different color, but I'm just trying to get the black in and around them. Then once we get this up on there, and see see how that pulls out that motor detail. I guess we really won't even be able to see the stuff underneath. Oh, no problem, buddy. Yeah, that was a pretty bad burn. A lot of people think because you can't smell, since propane, you really can't see it, that it's not an active chemical, But yeah, it can do you some harm. If you guys don't know, Too Tall was working around propane 3 weeks ago, and he had a chemical burn from the propane. Luckily, it was just a layer burn. It wasn't really bad, to where he lost any of his fingers, but the skin came off and whatnot. And he said he still has some feeling a loss in a few of them, but you know that'll come back because it could have been a lot worse. But one of the reasons why I like the Vallejo is see how quick it's drying, Skylar. I like the tint that it gets. It is water based, and I was having a bad problem with my enamels. Yeah. Dish, my kids, you ought to see the Lego table I built my kids. And every time I see your icon, I kind of want to replicate it just to give you shit and have the little Lego guy on my desk. But now that the motor is gray, you put it in there. I can actually get to see what kind of room I have now. So that's why I always primer them. I won't be able to check out where I can move and have different products. I started painting a little early just to help Skylar on his question. But usually what I'll do is I'll start test fitting stuff up to get what I need to get. Well, I'm not one of the best. My ego is like inflated this week. There was a couple comments left. It made me really excited. So I thought I was better than everybody else, I guess. And I ignored some of you guys, and I apologize that. Yeah. But you guys know I will try to answer anything. I really am no better than any of you guys out here. I just been doing it longer. I have more experience than some. Um, yeah, Booger, did you? And that's what I try to say. I mean, I know it catches people different. Um, there's people that are so passionate about this, they don't have time to get sarcastic with the pest or the problem or however you guys want to label the person. But it's aggravating when you're trying to project the best that you can, and you know you get comments back like that. I know Hunter has had issues before with negativity, and if you guys don't know Hunter personally, he's so passionate about this. Um, it gets under his skin when you know there's people out there that want to be rude, or discouraging, and when you put all of you into a build, you want the best comeback. You don't want the negativity, and sometimes you know they see his rants as him bitching or something, but it's just that you know to me, it's my hobby. I'm not out there trying to please you guys. I'm trying to please me. But if I can help you learn and enjoy the hobby as much as I enjoy it, and you know, I'll try to do that. Um, but I know little Joe was worked up about spazzed out zombie leaving comments to the point to where you know they're threatening on kicking ass and killing. You know what I mean? I don't know what Joe's conversation was with said spazzed, but I know with my conversation, I try to keep it funny and entertaining. And make little jabs instead of getting upset and cussing and you know doing all this. You know it was just going to take away from what I'm trying to share with you guys that are interested. So I made my little comments to be somewhat sarcastic, so that way some of you guys um, would either leave your own comment. Now you can either leave your own comment, negative wise or having fun with them. Yeah, well, because Casey, um, we're imperfect as human beings. The Lord made us that way. So it's just different. It's different for everybody else, and that's what makes us so unique. Even us as builders, you see the stuff that we all build. We all build different items. We all build different ways. We all build with different detailing items. That's individuality, and that's what's great. Because if we were all the same, it would be bland. Um, it would be bland. It would be boring. There'd be no excitement. There would be no depression. There would be no, it'd just be too like, you know what I mean? How does Gilbert say? It'd be too vanilla. Yeah, it's on my Mr. Mini Dreams page, Skylar. Like I said before, Facebook is um, just for my modeling. I don't do a whole lot of anything else but my modeling on there. It's Mr. Mini Dreams. Oh shit! Oh man, Casey, I ain't got nothing but love for you, brother. But perfect, I don't know. I don't know if any of us are perfect. All right, Skylar, I see you just now. Send it. Um, Jamie, I feel embarrassed by my shop cards. Like I stated before, I went to FedEx, went and got construction paper, a thick construction paper, and I put my image on it. And then I'm getting your guys' gift cards, like this. I'm getting your guys' gift cards, and this right here is from See No Evil Builds. Now look how beautiful this is. And hell, Gilbert's is 2 times as big as this. Dave over there at Scale Model Customs, Dave Parker, his is very big. Hell, George's from Vision 124, it's double sided. And then look at my little piece of crap. You know what I mean? I felt embarrassed, guys. I didn't. All you other guys have put in some great work onto your shop cards, and here it is. I just got this little video thing here. Let me see. A lot of you guys got comments coming in like crazy right now. Let me go and check these out. Yeah, don't ever try to compare yourself towards me. Um, I'd rather have you say I'm learning a lot from you, Minnie, than to hear you guys say, "Well, I can't do what Minnie does." Um, you just push yourself. Me and Pedro Morales, we do a lot of texting back and forth. And he leaves little comments like I'm trying to be like Minnie, and he shows me what he's doing, and that's very encouraging because if you don't try to be you in building, you'll never be satisfied with building because you always will be trying to please something inside of you that's not you. It's like if you say, like I've been learning a lot from Red Dragon. Yesterday he did his live show. He was showing how he's doing some tinning and some tinning and building up layers for say different effects. Like he's working on like Warhammer little fighting machine thing, and so he was showing how using several different colors, it builds up the color. Where I thought, I would just pick gunmetal. I would just pick a gunmetal gray and start doing some highlighting. And he showed how he went from copper, bronze, a nickel, and then he followed up with just with some of the C1 metallizers, just to get some different effects. Um, just to get some different effects so he could get the metal look that he wanted for that item. And if you say I want to be like Gilbert, I'm going to keep trying to paint and keep showing Gilbert, and I'm going to keep getting upset with myself because I'm not building just like Gil. I can't paint just like Gil. And Gil will tell you himself that, take this, and do the best you can with it by what I'm sharing. Don't try to compare this to what I've done, because like I said, guys, I've gotten 37 years of building experience, and some of you guys ain't even 37 years old, that follow me. So the experience is different than the talent. I'm suggesting things to do. I'm trying to share things that I do. You can always improve on what I share, learn from what I share, but I want to make you the modeler, not the model be something that you don't want. Because yeah, you're right, Dish. Um, you have to be able to build to please first off yourself. Try to make yourself happy, no matter what YouTube or Facebook or anybody else says. Take a suggestion. You guys should know as being, coming to age. I know we got young guys that follow us, like young model master Skylar. I think he's 19, 18, 19. And you got some younger kids in here. I know I have a young man by the name of Andrew that follows me. He don't post a lot on here or on Facebook, but he does do some Instagram stuff. I'm not on Instagram, but I know the kid personally. He's 14, about to be 15, and is building some of the best motors I've ever seen, even through adults, guys. I mean, the kid is just, he's going to be phenomenal. But, he has his own questions that he asks me, and stuff that I can share. Yeah, that's true too, Dave. But you guys got to realize, become the modeler. Don't become the guy. Be the best modeler that you can be. Don't try, like Dish said, don't try to compare yourself to the next guy, because there's 4,000 different primers that you guys can use. I choose to use the Stynylrez once because it was a gift, and two, it actually is a phenomenal product. I really like it. I chose to go to Vallejo Paints because I was tired of what I was getting, the results I was getting out of testers, the limitations to the testers' colors that I was able to purchase. I seen other people in the community, like I had mentioned Paul Britlin a minute ago. You look at his shop, he's probably got, I'm not exaggerating, guys, he's probably got 2,000 different colors. He's got the Vallejo, he's got AK, he's got Minotaur, he's got all kinds of different colors that he chooses to use at different times. That I don't know yet, Casey. I haven't bought the metallics yet. I got their metals. I got their metals, bud. Yeah, Moog, that I got the metals. I didn't get the metallics yet. So we'll have to try that. But like I said, you can take suggestions from somebody, but never compare yourself. Never try to be, just like in the word, of the Bible. If you try to be God, you're forsaken. You're gonna get nothing but hell treated to you. So don't ever try to be somebody you're not. Try to be the best you that you can be. Yeah, I hear that, Casey. Alright, let's see some of your other questions. Hey, Jamie, send me that email on Facebook, bud. Because well, wait a minute, give me a minute, I'll write that down, Jamie. Alright, bud, I'll give you a shout here in a little bit. I'm just looking through the comments real quick, guys. Yeah, guys, I choose to use my model hobby as a distress, and just, you know, if you come in here and the hobby is not doing what you need it to do on that day you set down, just walk away, do something else, because sometimes trying to cool down and working on something and it don't go right, you start getting flustered, and then that's when you have accidents, and that's when you have, you know, the BS comes in, and then before you know it, it didn't go the way you wanted to, and it's hit the floor, you know, and you don't want that. Well, guys, again, thanks for joining me this morning. I know I didn't do a whole lot but talk. I wanted to get this in primer. We'll get some more work done when I have some more time. But like I said, just to pre-warn you, come September, I probably won't be doing no videos. Just I have some stuff. Yeah, Jay has been posting up some pretty new ones there, Casey. You need to get over there and check that out. On this one, we haven't decided yet. It is a sunny, so I kind of want to do it a bright color. I have my buddy John. He was thinking a yellow. I don't know, for some reason I keep seeing a competition orange. Like a really bright orange, maybe a really bright green. I really don't have a clue yet, buddy. I really don't have a clue yet. Let's see what, I seen some other comments in there. What do I use for the seatbelt material? Now, this is the sad part. I can show you, but I don't know if you won't be able to get it anymore. I had a buddy that was running an online store called Scaled Dreams. He has since went out of business. I bought tons of it. I love to use it, and I bought tons of it. But this is what I use. He's no longer but let's see real quick. It's very thin. It fits right through the photo etch stuff. It fits through the photo etch, like the model car garage and stuff photo etch. You know, like these little seat belt buckles and stuff like here. These right here are the are these the GM ones? Let me put my spectacles on. Yeah, these are the GM ones that actually are stamped GM. It's a very nice ribbon. It goes right through there without any problem. You know, I guess you could go a little wider, but then you'd get stuck. But it goes right through there. Let's check that out real quick. It is... Alright. Let's see if I get this clear. Here's millimeters and centimeters. So, it looks like... What would that be? 2 millimeters wide? One, two, yeah, 2 millimeters wide. Yeah. Yeah. See. I don't know how much did it give me. It's 2 foot. Well, I used to get it by 2 foot. And then basically what I usually do is I was always buying white. If you can see, you know, like I've told you guys before, I don't have a whole lot of money to spend on the hobby. So when I do have money, I buy it in bulk. So, like I got all these packages, you know, back then they were $1.50. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got like 5 packages back then. Well, 7. I actually bought 10 packages. This is what I have left now. I sent Pete some this week so he could try. But the reason why I chose to do it in white, guys, is because no matter what I build, I can always take a Sharpie. You know, say I wanted a red seat belt. If I bought a big thing of red, I just had that big thing of red sitting around. But with this stuff here, I can just take a Sharpie, go right over the top of it, and then I had my red belt. And I can make just as much, I can make the red belt, you know, as much as I needed, you know, and it goes all the way through, because it's a real fabric ribbon, you know. And then I just stick it through the seat belt, make me a little loop, add me a little super glue, and then, you know, you just roll it over with your toothpick, like so, you know what I mean. I can't do this. I'm working behind my camera, you know, and you just flip it over and there's your little belt, you know. So I recommend you guys buying a real good set of Sharpie markers. They come in great and handy. Now I got that on my... That's the beauty of rubbing alcohol. And then I got addicted to these little bottles, guys. This right here is 90% alcohol. I got one with 70% alcohol just to do other things. And then, you know, I made the paint stand that fits all the Vallejo colors. What in the H? And just like that, the rubbing alcohol will take the ink right off. Well, guys, I got to get my morning started. Thank you for joining me this morning. Hope that answers your questions on the seatbelt thing. You know what you could do? Just get you some different size plastics. Moo. Go. I think Chip and Lisa are starting to stock plastics. Get you some different size plastics. I enjoy working with .30 and .40. If you can see up here, you know, see the .30 and the .40. I enjoy working with these. That's the thickness. That's the thickness. And then if you get you some of that, let me see. Do I have some spare? Yeah, I have some spare here. And then Like right here's a little thing I was making for the motor mounts for this right here. But if you took a little piece of the plastic, it gives you the height that you would need. Then you glue it to the ribbon like that, and then paint it silver. I would give it, and or you can use like I've been showing you. Save a pop can. I sanded the label off of both of them. Sand you a pop can. Make you little thin strips like this. And then, look, you can put that on there for your seatbelt buckle. Use the plastic, use this aluminum, you know, whatnot, and then give you a little bit of, maybe a little red dab for the release button or something, you know. I hope that helps. You know what I mean? That's a little small trick. Just get you a pop can, open it up, sand it down. Say you know you want your seatbelt buckles. You know, that way you get something nice and even. Make you a line. Cut you a strip out. And then right here you have this long strip, and then every time you do a seat belt, you know, whenever you do a seat belt, you can just cut it to the width, or you know, spend a day just cutting a bunch of them up, and that way when you need a seat belt buckle, you know, there you go. Yeah, man, I use this pop can stuff for all kinds of stuff, bud. Um, you can use it for all kinds of stuff. I've been using it. If you guys like detailing this motor here, I did a video on cheap detailing tips, and this pop can is doing all the wire looms, all the throttle holding cable stuff, all the vacuum line cables and stuff is all just this drilled out to accept the lines. Yep, I gotta get to my appointment though, Pete. So um, was just sharing a little bit of information with these guys, asking questions here at the end. Hopefully you can get some time. You can get some time today to rewatch this, guys. For those of you guys just joining, I see Todd is here and Pete's back. Um, don't forget, guys, if you're into stuff like this, the lifted truck, pull trucks, tractor pulling, or arena trucks or something like that. Little Joe is going to have a community build starting July 31st. Yeah, no worry, no worry, Moog. Um, like I said, take advantage of what you have around the house. Not everything is trash. You know what I mean? So cut those pop cans open. I have a whole, you know, little slide out drawer. I can't get to it now because it's blocked. But I have a whole slide out drawer for my parts cabinet just full of aluminum cans cut up just so I can, well, I don't know if that is the same, Todd. I just know the pop can works for us. I don't know about the coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker, guys. I'm sorry. So I don't have the access to any of that. Um, or sometimes you can have treasures to trash. I mean, I've seen some good looking stuff get tore up. You guys have a great morning. I hope you get some modeling time in. If not today, sometime this week. I got priorities screaming at me. So I have to go with 10 to doing my daily duties. You guys have a great day. Stay positive. Judge each other on the actions that we project to each other, not through the rumor mill or because he said, she said. Um, So, you know, you guys seen what I did. Like I said, you guys seen what I did with spazzed out zombie. I was trying to have good fun humor with it. I wasn't giving them the satisfaction of getting upset, and you know what I mean. So you got to deal with each situation as it comes to you, not as it has affected other people. And because you might listen to the crowd and miss out on a teacher, a friend, you know, a kit that you didn't know was out there. You know what I mean? So make your own judgment. Don't let somebody make you do the judging. And stay positive. Stay blessed. Stay building. This is Meanie Guys. We had a great day. Peace.